Hi there everybody, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I have my weekly mani. I'm hoping to be able to record these, once a week. So I have been doing lately gel polish manicures. And gel polish manicures are a lot easier for me to change out than acrylics. They still take me a long time, like as long as it would take me to do acrylics on somebody else, because it is harder to work on you and to film. So it's a lot, but regardless, I still want to make content for you guys. So I'm really pushing myself to try to record as much as possible and then consistently edit. So I think I've edited 3 videos today and voiced over. Actually, one didn't need voiced over, but I'm trying to get a lot up. I'm probably only going to be able to get a video to you guys once a week now with student teaching. So I'm sorry for that. Maybe over the summer it will change depending on how busy things get, if I get a job, things like that. But for right now, you are going to be seeing a lot of gel polish manicures on myself. So I am currently doing my left hand, so because I'm right-handed. I am filing off my old gel polish. I am working at probably about 15,000 RPM. I could probably go lower, but I kind of wanted to get these done as quickly and off as quickly as possible. And really, it only took me about 6 minutes to do the one hand, which I think is pretty good. I do tend to be a little bit more careful when filing gel polish just because it is such a soft product. I really want to make sure that I am not digging into my natural nail plate, because if you look at my index and my thumb, probably about halfway up the nail, a little bit more to the right side, there are actually a few like red spots, like one red spot on each nail, because I dug into it with an e-file bit, and yeah, it wasn't fun. So I'm trying to grow that off, and I'm kind of on this like nail journey right now of while I'm student teaching, I'm challenging myself for those 4 months to only do gel polish on my nails unless one breaks and I have to do an enhancement. For example, my index, my ring, and my pinky on my right hand are acrylic, and they're extensions, but they're made to look like they're very, mute, like they're not super noticeable extensions, because I just cover them in gel polish, and they're essentially just to keep the nails the same length as my natural nails on my other hand and on the rest of my fingers. So this was a Beauty and the Beast themed manicure. I did really like it, so if I feel in the mood for Beauty and the Beast again, if you guys want to see how I did this one, I'd be happy to do it again or recreate it a little bit differently. There are some things I would have changed. So today I decided, I guess it was yesterday for me, I decided I wanted to show you guys what I do with regular polish when I wear regular polish. I only usually wear one kind of regular polish, and that is Holo Taco. I did put a review up of their polishes, the first order I made with them, and I've since made 2 more. I made one on Saturday when she released her Unicorn Dream collection, because I liked the colors in it and I liked the unicorn skins in it, and I really wanted the box. I pretty much ordered it for the box, let's be real. So I did really like the cotton candy colors, the cyan blue and the bubblegum pink. I love those colors, the creams, and then the unicorn skins were gorgeous. So I thought I would put the unicorn skins or the one unicorn skin polish that I have on top of one coat black. And I wanted to kind of experiment with a Holo Taco on top of it, so I decided to put a linear Holo Taco over it. So you'll see how that works, but I'm actually going to encase it in gel polish. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to use the Young Nails Caption conversion system, which is specifically meant to use with the Young Nails system, but it does work with other polishes. You just there's a couple of tips and tricks that you're going to need to know. I also kept this video in real time because really the parts that I filmed weren't long. So I figured a 30-minute video in real time was not terrible considering some of my sped up videos are 30 minutes. And that way I can really kind of go in depth with you guys of how I do this mixing mediums kind of thing. And I've been really into that lately. A lot of the videos that I've been making have been like mixing acrylics and gels and, mixing gel polishes and gels and mixing gel polishes and nail polishes. So I really did want to show you guys that. In case I didn't mention it, I can't remember if I did or not. This is a medium flat top barrel bit. This is my favorite for removing gel polish because it does it really quickly, but it's also a smoother bit. So, and since it's slightly less abrasive, I don't have to worry about like cutting myself or taking too much down and damaging my nail. I can still really just file back to that base coat. When I'm filing off gel polish, I'm really not putting a lot of pressure down. I really wish I could show you the pressure that I'm using, but I guess I can't. I'm really like tickling it away, and sometimes I use circular motions, but in this case my pinky's a really little finger, so I just kind of use like tickling motions downwards, and then I go around the cuticle area really, really carefully. And my nails honestly are the nicest that they've been. And I've never been able to wear just gel polish on myself, so I'm really proud of myself that I've figured out something that works for me. Sorry if I seem distracted while I'm filing. Alan and I were having a conversation, and since we were having conversations, I did leave one little snippet of something that I thought was funny in the prep part, so we will move on to that. So all of my gel is removed. It's basically the base coat, and now I'm going to take my Flame Bit Russian Manicure e-file bit. I know this is a kind of a change up, but I'm doing my normal e-file manicure routine, which is middle up the right side and then middle up the left side. And I'm just using this to get all of the junky cuticle out of my sidewalls. I have pretty deep sidewalls, so um, that's important to me. And then I'm going to remove the shine off of my natural nail, just very, very carefully, right around the cuticle, because I don't need to mess with anything above my cuticle. That's all just gel polish base coat. So I'm going to do that with a 150 grit arbor band from Young Nails. You could use a 180, but I like the 150 from Young Nails. So I'm just going to continue to do that. And while I was doing this, I was actually watching The Little Mermaid. It's kind of a running joke with Alan and I that he hates The Little Mermaid. It's his least favorite Disney movie. So I thought I would leave this snippet of conversation in that we were having while I was doing this to just kind of give you an insight to how our relationship works. You're very judgmental of The Little Mermaid.
What's that?
Says you're very judgmental of The Little Mermaid.
No, this isn't my favorite.
Oh yeah, I know. That's why I put it on. No, just kidding. I actually kind of wanted to watch it and was like, do I hate it as much as he does, or do I just not watch it because he doesn't like it?
Like, I don't know. It's very sexual.
No, it's not.
Clam bra?
It doesn't. She's a mermaid. So yes, feel free to come for Alan in the comments that why he hates The Little Mermaid. We honestly, the majority of the things that we watch are Disney Plus, and lately we've been really pumped about our Disney trip lately. So I've mentioned a couple of times before, but it's like cemented into stone now. We are going to Disney World in Florida in May, right after we graduate college. So we've kind of been really pumped. I don't know if we're just done with college or if we're really excited for the trip or both, but um we've been watching a lot of Disney Plus to kind of keep ourselves hyped up and give us a little glimmer of hope of something happier and more magical than college is right now. So we've been watching and going through a lot of the older Disney movies. I guess that's older to me, probably not to some people out there. but he just I think he watched The Little Mermaid a lot as a kid. Like he had cousins who liked it or something, and he just got tired of watching it. So I don't know. I just always tease him that it's not his favorite. Like even if we're in the car and we're listening to Disney music, he really doesn't like it when the Little Mermaid songs come on and he asks me to change it. But he did admit that he does like the music and the animation is good. He just doesn't. I think it's a story he doesn't like because we were having a conversation later that about the lyricist and composer who were behind The Little Mermaid, and we're Disney geeks. What can I say? All right, I'll stop talking about Disney now. Sorry. Um, Now I'm going in with my 150 grit arbor band, as I mentioned, and if you were just doing regular polish on your natural nails, this isn't something you would need to do. You would likely leave them and not abrase them too much. If you were to abrase them, it would be with a very fine, almost smoothing sponge, just to take the shine away. Like a smoothing buffer, not really a anything any file with a grit. But since the gel polish is basically going to act as a sandwich with the regular polish, and I'll explain that a little bit more. Um, it needs to be abrased as if I'm putting gel polish on. And that goes for the protein bond as well. So I will do 2 coats of protein bond just to make sure there's no lifting. And the way this works is that the caption conversion base is a little bit more rubbery than a traditional gel polish soft gel base coat. And so then once you cure it and you wipe away the dispersion layer, that's very important. Then you're able to put polish on top of it, let it dry, and then top coat it in the caption conversion top coat, gel top coat. So you get that gel wear, which is good for me, so I don't wreck my nails in acetone if I'm working on other people, and I can get the extended wear out of my nail polish because there are some awesome nail polishes out there. So this is a ball bit. This is another part of a Russian manicure. I don't typically do this, but my skin has been very dry lately. So this is basically exfoliating the skin around my nails. I'm not taking this on my nail plate because that's not what it's made for, and you're really not supposed to do that. I'm just kind of taking it around my skin to buff it and exfoliate it a little bit. I do have this on a higher speed. When I'm doing anything on the natural nail, the highest you're going to see me go is 5,000 RPM. Between 3 and 5,000. This I have at like 12,000 or 14,000 RPM, but it's not on my natural nail plate. This is on my skin, and I found that it doesn't work as effectively if I have it on a really low speed because I don't really know why. It just doesn't. Like I've played with it and I've watched Anastasia on she's a good Russian manicure person on YouTube, and she also uses it about that speed, and it works really well for her, and she's very knowledgeable about this stuff. So I'm cleansing my nails with Swipe and a manicure brush, a must do, and I'm waiting for it to dry a little bit. You can kind of now see a little bit better the damage on my natural nails that is a little bit further up on like towards my free edge because I have been growing them out. Now we're doing protein bond. I'll do 1 coat of this, let it dry for a little bit, and then do another coat. But honestly, this is the best my natural nails have ever looked, and I'm very, very proud of that. So, I don't know. Part of me is almost thinking once I graduate that I won't want to do enhancements anymore. But knowing myself, I kind of have learned my lesson, and I'll be more careful with an e-file. And really, it's just that I'm so impatient when I do my own nails. I have so much patience when doing other people's nails, and I never ever have damaged their nails like that, like I have mine, but I'm just so impatient when I do my own nails. Is anyone else like that? Comment down below if you are very patient doing your nail or doing someone else's nails, but you're very impatient doing your own, or vice versa, because I'd like to know. Hopefully, I'm not alone. And I also, e filing is my least favorite thing to do, and I've mentioned that in so many videos. And leave me a comment down below if that's your least favorite. I really am curious because I know, like, Susie from Now Career Education, she loves filing the nails. She loves sculpting them with a file, and that's just like the shape coming to life, and she loves that. And I'm thinking, like, okay, could like you do that part for me and then I do the rest? Because I just hate filing my own nails. I really do think I have carpal tunnel because if I'm gripping my nails in a certain fashion, I or gripping my hands in a certain fashion, I really like my hand starts to kind of tense up and go a little numb. So this is a caption conversion system from Young Nails. I've used it a couple of times and I really do love it. So this is a caption conversion base, and the fun thing about this is that you can actually use it with their dip powder to have a little bit of a different method of applying dip powder. And I really do like that. If I ever found that I was having some trouble with gel polish, this is honestly how this is what I would do. I would, instead of using gel polish, I would just use dip powder, but I would use caption conversion. The base coat and top coat as a whole are a little bit on the thinner side viscosity wise. I find that the base coat is thicker, the top coat is really thin. So that's something to be mindful of because the top coat kind of does run all over the place. But I actually didn't record myself doing the top coat. I forgot. I am making sure I don't have any on my finger. I'm making sure it didn't run into my cuticles. I'm making sure I cap the edges. And I'm curing it in the light for, I think I did like 2 fingers there. And that's something that you'll see me do a lot with gel is that I'll do a couple of fingers and then put it in the light so that the gel doesn't run into my cuticles because I hate it when that happens. Even if I get a gel cleanup brush and like clean it up, it still isn't completely cleaned up. I don't know. So I just try not to get it in the cuticle in the first place. But I want to get it as close as humanly possible. So I'll do a couple of fingers at a time usually, and I might flash cure for like 15 seconds just so it stops moving and like half sets up. Not I'll usually do that with clear gels, not so much with color, because with color the pigmentation can mess up the curing process. If you only cure it for 15 seconds, it may kind of wrinkle on you. So I might cure for like 30 seconds instead of 60, and then I'll do a full 60-second cure later on. So then it's really important to remove the dispersion layer when you're doing this with the caption conversion gel. So I am now going to do my one coat black. So this is Holo Taco's one coat black. I love the polish, hate the brush. I think I had mentioned in my Holo Taco review that I did like the brush, and I changed my mind. I don't like this really, really thin brush. I like wider brushes that are like slightly wider and kind of rounded so that they fit really well into your cuticle. I get that they don't work like super well for everyone, but especially with nail polish, which is drying on you by the second, I really, really prefer to have a brush that I'm going to need to do the least amount of strokes possible in. So I really don't like the brush. It's not so bad for a topper or for the top coat, the thin brush, but for the cream finishes or creme finishes, as Christine says, it is really hard. And nail polish, you need a little bit of a different technique. Like I'm trying to kind of scrub it back, and I really do think this is still just this the way the brush is because I can't get a nice solid line around the cuticle. I probably should have gone in with like a liner brush and touched it up, but I didn't feel like doing that. So I guess with with regular nail polish, your best bet is to just not go the whole way back to the cuticle because that was my first mistake. I actually did that and then I got black nail polish all over the cuticle and I don't know if you've ever painted your nails, but black is the hardest to get off of anything. So I just you go really carefully. And for me, I always seem to miss that left side of my nail, or I guess it's right side of my nail, because I can't see it real well, especially when I'm filming. I can't get all the angles I would like to. If I do get a little bit of polish on my skin, I try to get to it as fast as I possibly can with a little bit of acetone on a cleanup brush. And so what I'll do is I usually have a little bit of acetone in the bottle cap or in a dappen dish, and I will saturate the brush with the acetone, dab it off on my paper towel, and then go in with it so that it's not like swamping my cuticle. I don't do nail polish super often, so please don't judge my application. But this one coat black really is amazing. It is truly one coat. I did do 2 coats. I didn't film doing the second coat, honestly, because I forgot to press record. But no, I did do 2 coats, but the more I think about it, the more I really didn't need 2 coats. So I didn't do, so you can do, it is truly one coat. So, and which is nice because if you're using a lot of toppers, then the layers don't get too thick. So I'm just really taking care to do that. And Holo Taco polishes do dry fairly quickly. To me, it's kind of the same about like with it is with acrylics. You know, clear acrylic is always going to set a little faster than say a colored acrylic because the colored acrylic has pigments in it that's going to slow down the curing process. Same with colors of nail polish. I feel like the more pigmented it is or the more glitter that's packed in it, the longer it takes a little bit longer to dry than say like a top coat or a base coat. But even so for this is probably touch dry in I'd say 5 to 7 minutes, which is pretty good for a nail polish considering I'm terribly impatient, which is why I normally don't do nail polish. And I'm obviously not very good at painting my nails with nail polish, but I do like using it. Like, it's a fun product to use, and I think it's very versatile, so that's fun. And I love this Holo Taco brand. Like, it is literally the entire reason I now use nail polish. So good job, Christine. You've converted me. So I'm just making sure I get all of that black up. It's not that big of a deal. It'd be a bigger deal, honestly, for me if it was gel polish because I wouldn't want to cure on my skin. But this I could literally remove anytime with acetone. So I'm just going to let that dry. Just going to sit. I think at this point I was watching Aladdin, so you can just sit back and watch a Disney movie. If you have Disney Plus, you know what I'm talking about. You probably use it as much as I do. So now I'm using the Holo Taco Aurora Unicorn Skin. I really love this unicorn skin. It's the only one I have. I didn't get the other 2 from the original collection. But as you can see, it shifts like purple, magenta, and almost blue with a slight bit of green. And these unicorn flakies are just so cool. I love the look they have on just plain black. And honestly, I was debating whether I should just leave them unicorn, like just the unicorn skin and then top coat. But I really did want to see what it looked like with the linear top coat, the linear hollow top coat over top of it. And I don't know. I feel like it definitely looks cool, but I almost feel like I like the Aurora unicorn skin on its own with the one coat black better than with a topper on top of it. So I don't know. Part of me thinks this is a mistake, but I asked Alan what he would pick, and he picked it with the linear top coat, the linear hollow top coat. So I obliged. This is honestly so mesmerizing to put on. I really do like these unicorn skins. They're just different. Like, so many, I'm sure people have flaky toppers, but really, I had never seen them, and you can't really get things like, I don't know, I've never seen this stuff in the drugstore or anything. It's really the only place I'd ever bought nail polish. So to me, these are very unique, even though I'm sure in other indie polish brands they have them. But I really do like them. I do like the Holo tacos, and I like the linear. I really like the linear um, Holo taco polishes, the linear Holo polishes, like the rainbow collection, because I have magenta jelly, and it goes really well with this Aurora unicorn skin over one coat black. And it's really neat to see how the unicorn skins look over different polishes, because depending on the polish that you put on the bottom, put beneath the unicorn skin, it's going to show up differently, which I think is just really cool. So as you can see, I'm just tapping it to see if it's dry. It wasn't dry enough, so I waited. So now I'm putting the linear Holo taco over top of this, and it does, okay, so it does look cool. It looks like, to me, it almost looks like a galaxy nail. So I think that's what I'm going to title this video. Because it almost looks like the linear Holo rainbow kind of looks like the stars. And then the Aurora unicorn skin behind it kind of looks like the shifts in the color of the galaxy sky. I don't know. It's pretty, and it's but under if you put it under lighting, you don't see as much of the unicorn skin. The Holo taco kind of takes over, and you can see a lot of the linear Holo taco, which is neat. But I don't know. I kind of still think that I like the Aurora unicorn skin without the Holo taco on it better. So now I know for next time. But I'm just going to apply that, and then I'm going to let that dry. I don't let it dry like fully. I usually wait about 10 minutes, and then I will put the super glossy taco, which is the just gel polish, or the regular nail polish top coat, but it's like a gel like shine. So it's like a little thicker of a top coat. I'm going to use that to seal that in. And then honestly, I left my nails for the night. Like, once this super glossy taco was dry, I went to bed, and really the super glossy taco does not take long to dry. It takes like maybe 3 or 4 minutes to be dry to the touch, and then it's good to go. You're good to go, kind of live your life. And so I wait a couple of hours. I'd wait like 5 hours. Or what I do is I do it the super glossy taco at night, and then in the morning or sometime the next day, I'll go and put the Caption conversion gel top coat on top of the completely dried super glossy taco. Because the super glossy taco, what it'll do is it'll dry the top, and then it'll dry down like into the rest of the nail polish, and it'll kind of lock everything in. So while it might be touch dry, the gel or the polish inside might not be dry yet, and it can still kind of, wrinkle or dent or move around. So you really don't want to put the gel top coat on top of that, because the nail polish is not completely dry, and the gel top coat will wrinkle, and then you'll just have to start all over, which is super annoying. So you have to wait until the nail polish is 100% completely dry. So I just do it the next day, because then I know for sure it's dry. You could probably, like, if you did it in the morning and then you put the gel top coat on in the evening, that would be fine too. But the super glossy taco, it really does feel like gel. I won't lie. And durability wise, it does hold up pretty well. I've worn it without the gel top coat, but I like the gel top coat just for my reassurance, because I work with so much acetone. I need something that's not going to wreck my really pretty Holo unicorn beautiful nails. All right, so then I'm just going to top coat that one. And I know it's kind of hard to see here, but I do take a little snippet video at the end. And I already explained all the Caption conversion gel top coats. So I hope that you guys learned something about um, kind of mixing mediums, mixing gel polish and nail polish. If you are a gel polish wearer, you can wear regular nail polish and put a gel top coat on it. I do it all the time. So I hope that that kind of helps you out. I hope you learned something new. I hope you enjoyed me trying to create this. I hope you don't hate these nails. Sorry for the Disney rambling, but I do like them and I'll keep them on, trust me. They are very pretty. I think the linear Holo brings out a little bit more of the green in the unicorn skin. So that's kind of interesting. It's very interesting to play around with. So definitely play around. Feel free to leave a comment down below. Tell me what you want to see next. Tell me what you think of this. Do you like Holo Taco? Do you also hate The Little Mermaid? Who knows? Let me know. So please like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.